comes to Eltharion. It is my duty, our duty, to endure. Stand with me. For as long as I still live. For Yvresse will never fall.
Welcome on back everyone to Total Warhammer 3 and part 11 of our legendary Eltharion the Grim Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, our Archmage here is going to be throwing hands with Be'lakor. I've decided it's probably not the best idea to let him come to us, because he could just come across the sea here and attack the NS, which is a battle we would absolutely lose. So what we're going to do here with good old Yennefer is, even though we are missing a single unit, we could probably come on in and snag back in our pure main company if we really needed to. I think we can handle it even with only 19. Be'lakor versus Yennefer, part 2. Auto resolve thinks we are going to drop kick him straight into orbit. I think we will indeed. So he has himself an exalted hero, which looks to be still on foot. A dangerous unit. Once he gets into our spear line, he will start ripping through those guys quite quickly, but if we can keep him bogged down as something like perhaps our Treekin here, that would work pretty well. Got a couple of Chaos Sorcerers of Shadows, which would be nice and easy for us to take down. A little leadership debuffs for him. And then Be'lakor, of course, once he flies a little bit too close to the sun, we can shoot him with every single arrow we have, just as we did last time. We learned that Be'lakor is quite allergic to arrows, even with all of his ward save. So let's go get him. Alright, nothing like a warm-up battle against Be'lakor. I have been playing Pharaoh almost non-stop since our slightly botched Bay stream. No cursed Bale here. Cursed Bay, though. Absolutely so. Here's the best place to hold up. We can't deploy all the way up on the hill, though, which would be exactly where I would like to. So let's get our spears, I guess, just right across the front here. Probably want to try to pull a couple of them into the woods. That way we're stopping those big lads from getting too many extra bonuses against our spears, so our spears will fight them even better. We'll have the Scions of Mathlan in the center, and then this group's gonna come off to the side. Gonna rotate the line a bit. Loyal. Which, thank goodness. Alright, and then our secondary line, or at least our side positions here, can be the Grim Guard, which will keep the flanks protected and also launch those arrows right over the top. Good old Mistwalker. We can have the Storm Riders in the center. These guys don't have shields. Yeah, so they're not going to have the best in terms of defense. Actually, the defense is quite high for not having a shield. Charge Reflection and Diverse is large. Alright, fair enough.
As you say.
We might want to put these guys then up in the frontal position, so we'll pull the Spire Guard
Storm Riders
back. Storm Riders can go up on the hill.
for duty.
They're just defending our actual archer lines.
Archers.
Which, yes, Be'lakor is going to have some nasty spells, so let's try to get them a little bit staggered.
We will
If
obey.
he chooses to go for our front line, they're in trouble too, so we'll kind of stagger them a bit. Emerald Pendulum is a nasty spell.
Spearmen.
You just don't want them too far apart so that the enemy can worm their way through our lines either.
It shall be done.
That probably works. We can go for the Heralds of the Wind, who are likely to be magnets for every single spell they have. And then our Treekin, actually going to keep in the woods here, hiding. And here in this set of woods as well, hiding. So they can charge in and smash into any kind of hound dogs that are rushing on over. We've got all our own mage to lure Be'lakor over.
Archers.
Our last 3 archers in the back line. We will also want to stagger a bit,
Archers.
so that way any Penumbral Pendulums have a hard time hitting multiple units. And that looks pretty dang solid.
It shall be done.
We'd have Ladriel's Reapers also hiding in the woods, because they will not perform well against anything other than probably a rear charge from Marauders and maybe some Warhounds, provided those Warhounds don't have poison. So we'll go Yennefer, our mage, our spears, archers, and then the Reapers and Cav. So I'm able to remind myself, we do have the Trickster Shard, which we should probably cast almost immediately on this big blob of mages. So let's get it ready. Trickster Shard, go! We can move up. Drop some Chain Lightning here. Try to draw Be'lakor over towards our archers. They're sitting the hounds around. Let's get the Ladriel's Reapers back behind our Treekin. Fall back, lads. Do we have anything that can slow Be'lakor down? Not really, but we can wind blast these warhounds.
Witness true magic.
Ooh, don't get caught by Be'lakor, not even a little bit. He's popped his cage. For his little Shadow Shroud. We're gonna go ahead and hit him with the cage. You behind the gates there, every single archer we have, fire. Down with the bloody big head. Bring those hounds through. Be'lakor does have his ward save, so he's gonna be quite tanky there.
The most potent spell.
Buff up the Scions. They're having a double dosage of Hound Dog, which is not fun for anyone. And Be'lakor's gone. Poor soul. We'll go ahead and curse the Midnight Wind on this incoming blob. Our spearmen they're holding firm, but they are getting hit by quite a few. Rush the Treekin through the woods. Try to help them out as much as we can here. Everyone else in the back line, though, is going to fire on one of these different mages coming on in. Treekin, hold that line. Got another Chain Lightning here. As soon as that one pops, I'll go for another one, too. You know what? We'll do good old just normal Lightning Bolt on the lads trying to charge our Scions.
Witness true magic.
Get up and away for a moment, drop more of our Trickster Shard. And you guys fire on these Chaos Spawn. Tear them apart.
Without question.
Assyrians fire.
Go ahead, try to ignore the... They're trying to keep them all together as a blob. It's very clever. Let's drop everyone's armor then. Make them as weak as possible.
I summon the winds.
Quickly now.
I'm gonna get a jet flying over. I'm gonna mute for a moment. We'll keep the battle going.
Archers. Understood. It shall be done.
Incoming trolls. Oof. Never a fun time to catch a charge from the trolls. Even with our ward save from the Scions, we're having a lot of trouble here in the middle.
As you say.
Let's have the cavalry come on in, start crashing into these weakened groups. Head through and hit those marauders if we can. Let's go ahead and focus fire these trolls. Our Scions of Mathland are really struggling. So these hounds around the outside. Let's go ahead and charge them with our Reavers. Alright, I think we've got him. Drop that melee attack one more time. And everyone's starting running for the hills. Just the Chaos Spawn remaining. They should be gone very quickly. Heralds of the Wind, you're not going to catch those hounds no matter what, so let's move in and try to round up some Forsaken. Last of the spawn fall to our glorious Springtime Treekin. A bloody battle to be sure, but our spears held the line. Alright, close victory we managed to secure for almost 6,000 gold in the fighting. Fantastic. We can secure even more there by ransoming.
Perhaps their master
And they just sink. I don't think their master values them that much. They just toss them straight into the sea. Now attack minded, so now we have a little bit of time to now move and try to get rid of Silostra before we have the next invasion coming on down from the Isles of Albion here. Tyrion might be deciding, we might be able to tell him. Oh, we can't see Conquata, so we cannot. We might need to send a single scout up there just to check around, and so we can tell Tyrion to go fight up in the north. Leoness, we're going to try to hold on to for a little bit of time. If it doesn't end up ever making us any kind of good money, like right now we're only making 173 from it, and we're never going to really get any good growth from here just because we only have Leoness proper. So we'll see. Once we upgrade it a single time, I'm going to see if we can, how quickly we're able to upgrade it, and from there we'll decide about handing it back over to the Bretonnians.
Master
Make you
of magic.
magical maximum. I think it's time, yeah, to see if we can secure the Shrine of Cain. That'll allow Yennefer, one of our other lords, to secure the Sword of Cain and start becoming a monster. We'll go ahead and come into
Do not tarry.
March.
I know my
Stay in
destination.
Misnar. Hopefully they do hunt down Peggy Salt Spray here and they're not able to find a way to escape on through and hit Trilinia. They would be able to. If anyone could, it'd be the AI. I don't think there's any other... Oh, actually, take it back. We can absolutely upgrade Grand Mingle. For 5,000. Yes, please. Let us upgrade the port here, and then the whole garrison, and finally get in our salt mines. Which, what do those actually give to us as the Azrai? Maxed out, you get the preserved seafood tech and 48 barrels of salt. Growth and income from ports, that's fantastic. We can also upgrade the Elven Artisan here at the Dragonhorn Mines. Hopefully it doesn't get ransacked by roving rats. We'll find out pretty soon. We'll come on down to hang out with Eltharion, and that'll be our turn.
I will consider any suggestion that aids Tor in
Hello, Sir Jonathan. He wants a defensive alliance. Well, at this point, I don't really see why that would be a problem. Oh good, here come the rats. Yeah, sure, what kind of gold do you have, sir? Only 29. The peasants of your kingdom aren't very prosperous, are they? This will be an alliance worthy of the legends. I would like my iron mine back now. I know I gave that to you for safekeeping for a time, but I would like it back. Red Fleet has been destroyed. Perfect.
Prince
Now we can have Eltharion go ahead and just take down Kasabar.
Stand
Oh,
ready.
Ernst Skellen. Wait a second. Oh, I guess the cage must have wore off right before we took down Bellicor.
Yvresse's guardian.
Alright, Ernst, guess what's gonna happen to you? Montage defeat. Get ready. Oh, well, yeah, no, we want to try to capture this little lad here. He's cosplaying as the Emperor quite well. We'll catch you in a moment. Montage away.
Their magic is weak. Incoming enemy spell. Warden repositioning. Eltharion. Penance.
Alright, even after all of that, while I was in the middle of getting a cool action shot for some of my other archers, I figured, okay, surely Eltharion and Stormwing won't land every single hit on the Discount Emperor here. But no, as soon as I came back from the shot, he was gone, so we didn't even get him in the cage. Sad stuff. We're gonna go ahead and loot and occupy this time, get nice replenishment, and then destroy it as much as we can. And to continue to kind of sow discord here, we're gonna go ahead and give Kasabar over to the Dawi. That is going to not allow either of the two factions here to make full use of the province. Same thing up here with the Springs of Eternal Life. That's why I try to pass things out to multiple. Same thing with Qatar. We'll give Qatar over to the lads from the Empire and make sure that none of our allies become quite as powerful as us. Dastardly, but it should work. We will also come on in. What are we missing out on? I think just the skills for Eltharion's magic. So let's go ahead and grab the Shield of Safri here. Every time we do cast a spell, looks like the entire map wide, our units will have 10% more ward save. Sounds good to me.
Brook no failure.
Brook no failure. We'll have a Cavill. Grab the good old Valor of Ages now.
My life. For
And then I'd like to get a little bit of replenishment, even though it's going to be quite pitiful. 53 turns. We'll get one guy per turn here. We need to leave this territory at once. 15% less casualty replenishment. Gross. Gross supreme. Alright, Mayrin, who I'm tempted to go ahead and rename to Memnon. Oh, Mika the Dominator is here, and he's likely not alone. Ooh, Death Gorge is in trouble, aren't they? Alright, you sprint on back into the gorge. Gets ambushed. Right here. And now we're gonna have to endure waves of Skaven. Oh, because we're in March, we can't do allied recruitment. I was kind of hoping. We could snag, perhaps the... Oh, we can't afford it, can we? Say the Omen of Assyrian would be perfect here. Let's see if we will be able to afford it next turn. If we're besieged here, though, we'll lose a lot of our income. 170 from there, and then 76 from here, so we'll get 100 and so of our income. 4 turns, too bad we can't speed up our Oath Gold Mine. That would be so perfect. The Artisan is about to become a little bit better, but we need to help out Control before it makes us maximum money. Back over in Ulthuan. So Torquoriwali is about to be upgraded, which is going to be making a little bit more gold. We're going to go ahead and do the same here with Misnar. I think we're just going to have to upgrade here first. So if anything, we can give them the really sneaky archers, the gray. Yeah, it looks like Tyrion's going to deal with Be'lakor. He's tired of these chaos invasions.
High Elven
Yennefer, you now have an opportunity.
The Maiden's Benediction.
Sneak on through to the Shrine of Cain. Should be able to at least. Alright, these provinces are all nice. Let's go ahead and, yeah, we'll give him the gray.
Your bidding.
My bidding, Mayrin, is to make sure you don't die. So these are Shadow Warriors with a pretty good charge. I think that's probably because of the, yeah, Savage Blow. So that charge bonus thankfully will be going away. But for now, all of the clan rats are going to be extra dangerous coming up out of the ground. If you are playing the Skaven, the Savage Blow is fantastic for all of your summoned clan rat units. It allows them to hit extra hard. They act more like Bloodletters coming on in. Of course, Bloodletters are even scarier than that, but let's go ahead and destroy this building in Cosmbar, make a little bit of gold. And then from there, that's probably our turn. Let's go ahead and spend a little bit of influence making friends with Etain. We can try to confederate them even faster. So 20, ooh, it's getting expensive, isn't it? 20 more. And then perhaps over with Razakrak costs 80. Good grief. I'm not sure what happened, but it looks like the influence numbers have changed by a huge margin. Is that just because of strength training? Because before Avalorn and Etain each were... Etain was like 8 per... Now it's 34. And Avalorn was closer to like 12. So if you know why it's exponentially raised so much, go ahead and let me know in the comments, because I have not played nearly enough elves to know. Yeah, we won't go for any more of that then. We'll save some of our influence. That's a lot for not much in return. Amin Gorax.
Despoil and ravage.
Bring it. I noticed a White King popped up. Where did you even come from, sir? Oh no, I'm foolish. I was combining our army tile with the White King symbols. Wow, they got a whole army out of nowhere. Alright then, Eltharion, your final... Oh, we can go hit Orion's camp too. Ooh, you know what? We need to reclaim the Woodland Realm. This was one we can actually hold on to for ourselves. Razov Von Deal. Hopefully you have a strong army.
Haunted by failure.
We actually have an area down here we can hold on to and act as a bit of a staging post. This is a battle we'll go ahead and fight on the campaign, or on the battle map itself. I was hoping we'd be inside the woodland. Too bad. The field. Alright. Nice and cloudy day. It was a dark and stormy night, but the storms were missing. Looks like the geomantic web has them nice and pinned down. It is very dark though, isn't it? Let's go ahead and deploy. Kind of in the shadow of this hill here. So we'll make ourselves a bit of a box. We'll go for our Heaven's Gate formation. Or kind of a Byzantine infantry square, either way. So Portsbane, the big blocky spear units we're going to have in a bit more chunky squares, so down a couple times for them. We're going to have the Redeemers behind. try to deploy my artillery. We can actually land some shots. It's going to be a little bit difficult because of the way the hills are there. Our Eltharion archers will have up front. We don't want them so far up that Eltharion can't defend them, but we'll have him up close to help out there. They can kind of come on up and harass these spellbats and draw the direwolves on in. Battle cats duel with the direwolves, which should easily win that fight. We'll put them in the woods right here. Sneaky lions in the jungle. And then we'll go ahead and throw our archers in the center. They don't have too much in terms of actual area of effective magic, I don't think. What is yours? You have your Wind of Death just yet? We should have checked before because we're not allowed to now. Oh, here we go. No, he has Spirit Leech and the heal, so we're good. We have all of the, basically, apotheosis to block his Spirit Leeches. And our last archer's here. Again, nice kill box. And then we can throw in the Redeemers on one side. We just probably need to replace... I think we just replace a couple of our archers here with some of the Mistwalker archers. That way they can actually defend themselves if the enemies get too close. So we'll put Rangers on this side and in the back. That we can react to any kind of nonsense. Cavalry, you take front. We're good to go here. Over deploying for a weak enemy. That is the way every time. You're over prepared, you shall never lose. Well, you'll lose quite less often. Units, forward. We'll have the battle cats move up a little bit into the trees. Eltharion, you and your crew advance. We'll go ahead and start blasting these quench towards the bats because it's hilarious. Let's see how many bats we can drop. Ooh, 5 with a single shot. Souls start leaving their bat bodies. Fall back there, horse archers. In fact, you need to fall back aggressively. Drop the Helm of Yvresse on them. If we keep them bogged down with Eltharion, that's fine, but they will rip our horse archers apart. Drop heals over there if you can. We can use good old Melkoth to slow them further. Nope. We're good to go. Rotate a bit, we'll send the battle cats out to hunt down the ones that are already on the ground. This is a little wizard back a long time ago when I kind of was first showing her this without all the blood, of course. We were playing some against or as the vampire counts. And I sent the dire bats in, or the fell bats in to go fight some wolves, and she goes, "Dad, you know bats don't beat wolves in a fight." Sure enough, they didn't. They got annihilated. But where the battle cats got caught in the woods. Okay, so they're gonna go for the sneaky through the woods strategy. Bold. I caught up with my story. Eltharion, you just need several of our spearmen here to kind of rotate, get ready to fight. Back through, we'll go ahead and catch you in a cage, and then set all of our archers to destroying. Blood and vengeance. After tomorrow, Faith Bearers, go ahead and help out our horse archers. They really need it. Battle cats come through. Oh, I switched them over to multi-shot round. Turns out no. Put yourself up there, buddy. Go for the rock slide. Bring our lore master this way, and then drop the heals. I guess the battle cats needed it most, didn't they? Have you guys fire on a kind of a certain area instead of through friendly lines if we can help it. There we go. Rob. Well, the apotheosis is not what we need. We actually need your area heals on our battle cats. And the rangers come in and help out there too. Fiery Convocation should be able to blast that through both. A little bit of scorching in the jungle. We need a Phoenix quite badly. This is always lets me remember. Just rips through the line. Wiggle the Starwood Staff once more, drop some more heals for you and all your rangers up here. They're not really enjoying that fight very much.
Illyrian archers.
It serves Yvresse.
Again, drop some Soul Quench in on these zombies without hitting our friendlies.
Empowered by vengeance.
Archers!
Go and rotate to help out. I think the Apple Tomorrow boys got it. And that's the last of the zombies. Decisive win. Alright, 24 fall in the fighting. Let's see if we have captured our prickly friend here. We can sack Luke. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and claim this one. Orion's camp is now back in elven hands, even if it's not the Wood Elves. We have fixed your folly there, woodsman. We've also got the headsman, so to free an enemy is a fatal mistake. Better to free them of their head. Less control, less leadership. Will allow us to carve through these undead and even the Skaven quite quickly. So now it's time for us to move up north. We have moved way further south than Eltharion ever has any intention of. So we'll keep Orion's camp under our control and we'll move on from here.
Sword ready.
Plaza's a good thing to have right off the bat. It's just going to take a long time to build up any growth here. Yeah, it is. Yuck. Let's go ahead and just switch to Rebuild Lost Splendor. And now we don't really want to leave any lords or anything here.
Yvresse's guardian.
Alright. Time for you to get then Hand of Glory, which is going to give us 40 reload skill and 24 melee attack for one of our allies. That is only going to cost us 2 Winds of Magic as well. Insane. And then, hello there, humans. How would you like to not own control of Kazabar? I will give this to you there, Dawi.
Yes.
I've seen worse trades. Yeah, you get yourself a lovely settlement with some pastures and a landmark. Because we can't make any use of that whatsoever. The sand is gets in our boots. Elven boots are not made for sand. I don't know if you've seen them. Oh good, they're stacking up armies now. Well, Mayrin, you're not under attack yet, but they are preparing.
No, I blame you.
Oh, good grief. Well, luckily we are inside the settlement, so defending it will be alright, as long as they don't have too many ruin casters. They've got at least one, but hopefully not a lot of Winds of Magic. We are going to go ahead and...
All set.
Mayrin's not a spellcaster, so he can't go into he won't benefit from Leleith's Blessing. So let's make sure everyone else is in Leleith that can be, though. That means you, Vera, or Yennefer.
Trained by the White Tower.
So we will then keep Manfred chained on up. We'll go ahead and interrogate this Vampire Count's prisoner to get 200 experience.
Torment.
We already have the ethereal buff to all of our Mistwalkers. We'll go ahead and execute him now for even more experience, influence next turn, and Warden Supply. Good stuff. We're just going to keep Manfred locked up so we don't have to deal with all of his healing. And very powerful spellcasting.
Do not tarry.
We'll switch over into March. And oh no, the Vampire Council or Vampire Coast don't want us to trespass. I guess we'll go after Tor Unlock then, since it's so undefended. Yes, indeed, it'll be glorious. We'll go ahead and pop off the Vol's Anvil first, though, before we do activate that battle. Ooh, landmark. The Ancient Subterranean Palace. Seafaring high elves of Gothic built grand edifices onto the cliffsides, creating palatial underground cities that I think are in lore supposed to be flooded, right, and full of fish people. Fish people? What are we missing here? Control's really bad. I would love to go for the Salt Flats, but let's snag up some control with the Plaza. Alright, Bohendarian's Will. Elisali's going to take a long time to fix this elf on up. The only reason I'm holding on to it is because I don't... Actually, if we give this to... Taking this 293. We can't afford to, so as soon as we can, we should try to trade this over to Lothar in here. That way we can build up even more relations with them and hopefully even confederate with them that much faster for a settlement that's not really going to build up on our own. Because we were a little bit too slow in claiming that from the orcs. I think we just give you some more archers, even if we can't really afford them. We try to give you some more archers. Or, alternatively, we come on in and try to snag some more tree people from Avalorn. Tree people would be pretty dangerous against the Skaven. Eagles would too, though, to be honest. We can use them to snipe out his their lords. They cost a little bit less, too. Either way, we can only really afford one of them. We're going to be going to the negative. Tree people. You know what? No, we'll go for just strictly archers. But I don't mind going for the Lothern Sea... Excuse me. Lothern Sea Guard, then. That way I'm not having to spend our own gold for the archers, and if we lose them, it's not that big a deal. It doesn't give them any allegiance points, either. Alright, well, hopefully Eltharion can turn back up and help out Mayron before it's too late. Outpost upgrade. Soon, but we can't really afford it, so you'll have to wait. Oh, is Queek there, too? Well, that's scary. We'll accept the mission to hunt down Queek. Oh, yes, he is indeed. He's rocking the Storm Vermin like crazy. He's pretty juiced up Storm Vermin, too. See how things play out.
I will hear you. I promise no more than that.
Ooh, Lizard Boy wants a non-aggression pact for a lot of gold. Sounds good. Oh, hang on now. The jungles have fallen. Tzeentch has taken out the Sky Cohort. Yeah, sure, we'll take it. Normally, if they come to you offering gold, they're always willing to give you more, but if he's having this much trouble, we'll go ahead and just take the money he's offering. We don't really want them to fall on us and to fight Tzeentch already. He's going to start yoinking our settlements very quick.
The Fang Sword hungers to meet your neck.
Is it time for war with the Ghoul King? He might be able to take down one of these smaller settlements before we can do anything. Calling our allies is a good way to lose alliances for no reason. He may just be trying to declare war on us because he's sassy. Lockwood's gone. There goes the Sky Cohort. Now who's going to deal with Be'lakor?
Where to?
Those who among the Sea Guard who show better than average aptitude may find themselves promoted in due course. Indeed.
Defender of the
Oh, we've got
Phoenix
Mika
throne.
and Queek, and they're just going to sit outside.
No.
I'm guessing it's because they don't have siege equipment here with you. So hopefully they don't sit there and siege for 100 turns. We have a few to sprint back up there as fast as we can with Eltharion.
Only service.
Attrition's going down, or that vampiric corruption's going down very slowly. So let's actually swap this over to Banish Corruption. That way we can actually have Eltharion leave. Have him jump into March. Looks like Volkmar's going to wipe out Qatar here next turn. So we will go ahead and actually put you in
Stand ready.
normal stance.
Prince
The
Elthar.
Liliths. I think he's the only one that gets experience, so we'll go ahead and execute Manfred now. And then we'll go for the upgrade to the Archery Complex, giving us 8 more capacity for the Skyhawks, Citadels of Astaril, and the Spire Guard. And lastly, we'll have the Training Grounds. Excellent stuff. Alright, Yennefer, ready for a war with Silostra?
Prepared, Asur.
Oh, she can't reach Toronlek. We can hit the Shrine of Cain, though, and so we're absolutely going to. Who are you warring with?
Prepare to have your heart
Can't even talk to
sword
Nagaroth right
against
now. You can be silent.
High Elven Archmage.
Wait, do we lose some allies? Why can't we call on our elven allies to help us? Or just detain? No one else wants to fight Silostra. Weird. There shall be more slaves for my ranks.
Wrath of
Doubtful.
the heavens.
We'll only lose soldiers if I choose not to fight the battle. There's no reason for me to fight this one. Sorry, Silostra.
They cannot withstand
96
high
Asso fall. We will go ahead and claim the Shrine of Cain for Ulthuan. Shrine of Cain is now yours. Within sleeps the Widowmaker, Narian's Bane, and the God of Murder's own blade. Consecrate the area by building the Altar of Cain, and the power will be yours to wield.
High Mage.
Start off with the homestead, giving us some growth. Pretty dang solid.
The most
Likely now
gifted.
Tyrion will take the opportunity to jump on Toronlek, which, fair enough. We'll go ahead and snag that upgraded Comet of Cassandora, sounds good to me. And then I think we need Someone needs this Phoenix. I think we can just go ahead and give you an Eagle for now, to keep her protected in the air, and to help snipe heroes and things. So we'll use the Eagle as kind of our melee hero for this army for now. Alright, still not having military advancements too is not great. We need the archive soon as possible. Let's go ahead and snag militia training, that way all of our archers and spears are at maximum level possible. We've been going for all the plazas and colonnades and things, which is really good for our civics, but not so good for our military. Yvresse will soon be able to give us some good stuff, I think. We'll go for the colonnade here, and then back on Galbaraz's front. We're just waiting to build up some good stuff. Then we can go for the watchtower and the Bitterstone Mine. Please build before the Undead of Morgheim decide to come on out. Mika versus Mayra. Let's see if it wants to auto-resolve it in our favor. Actually, let's see what they have. This is actually, thankfully, very deal-withable. Pretty manageable is probably the proper term. These Blade Gluck catapults are scary, but if we set all of our towers to shooting them, they should go down pretty quickly. Heathbreakers actually can clear our walls pretty fast, too. But again, if we stretch our spearmen out and let the walls deal, or the towers deal with them, we should do pretty good. Also, if we spread our troops out, it'll lessen the amount of damage the Ruin Lightning can do.
Back!
We want them to fight us in our settlement. Alright. I think that'll be our turn. Check diplomacy real fast. The NS wants a non-aggression pact. Sounds good. We'll start ourselves a lovely alliance of Frenchies and lizards and dwarves. Love it. Barrow Legion is always the only evil faction that almost always seems willing to be friends with you. They're not friends with any of the... Well, they're fighting the scaling, too. Go to Sigmar wants a defensive alliance. Sounds good to me.
Only Sigma's god, Ulrich,
We get some
can judge
proper
it well.
rifle troops, or even some good cav. Landship also sounds hilarious. An elven landship. You can probably pay him for this agreement, right?
Only
Yeah.
Sigma's god,
He gave us more
Ulrich,
gold
can
for the
judge it
defensive
well.
alliance.
No.
It shall be done.
Shall be done. Sweet business. We get an outpost here. What do you got for us? Come on, say you have a landship. You've been beating cheeks down here. Come on. Turns out they don't. Sudenburg, though, we go ahead and pop one in. They do have the Knights of the Blazing Sun, which is very good, and Hawkland long rifles are fantastic, so we should go ahead and build this all the same. We can go for an outpost here with the Knights of Rigo, too. Oh, nope, we have no gold. Should have been paying attention. Grand grab missions, though, for dealing with Otto von Snickler. Otto von Snickler. And that looks good to me. We go ahead and take out that outpost if we really need to, but I think we're fine.
No rest, no
Get running.
weakness.
Gonna take some attrition no matter what here. Let's go ahead and hang out next to...
Acceptable.
Next to Kosovar. Alright, rats. Bring it on. Oracles of Tzeentch have now attacked Ironbrow's expedition. We are at war. Which, thankfully now, Tzeentch can no longer trade my settlements to other factions. You can only do it to factions you're not at war with.
Speak plainly, and only of matters of business.
Speak plainly, other grim man. Join his war against the Hung Warband. Where are those guys at? Oh, was it this group that's kind of just bopping around on here with the axes? That's a little bit scary. I don't think I can do that. Alright, they did come on out and attack the dragon. Oh, with multiple armies. How brave. Alright, I actually expected you to do nothing. He's been building up. That is a lot of Cryptors. Pretty much only Eltharion can handle this at this point. Oh yeah, that's a nightmare. We need to get another army probably up in here and just defending. We might be able to hold them at the walls. That one's going to be tough. Enemies at all sides. We got a little bit too overextended with Eltharion. And now they've all taken advantage. Not ever going to strike us where we're strongest, for sure. Or where we have any armies whatsoever. And they're content to sit outside and besiege.
Your word.
That's lame. Well, Kevin the Wise is back and ready for duty. Alright, we need you to move extra fast. And Gorak causing some issues.
For the fallen.
Yeah, we have to go up through past this rebel army, so
Seek out enemies.
let's get moving. We can't afford another army either. That's... Ooh, we're in trouble.
Safari's servant.
Yennefer can't reach Tor Onlek. That seems unfortunate. Okay, well, we just got this eagle. I don't think we can afford her anymore. I was gonna name it Screechy. Now we can't. Well, Great Eagle, I think I don't need you as much as I need the Treekin here, so we're gonna go ahead and have to say goodbye for now. Back to the wilds with you.
Magic's unleashed. True magic guides.
Let's come on down now. Oh, I didn't realize they also own the Phoenix Gate. Interesting. We can't raid with her. I was kind of hoping we could do some stealing.
Rest,
Pull in camp
weary feet.
and come on up towards Toronlek. Oh, we really need that Oath Gold Mine, and I think they know that. Elbaraz does not have walls.
Restore order.
Ooh, we are in trouble. We're in danger. Hitterstone Mine's going down here next turn, so there's no reason for us to build up this watchtower. Let's bank that gold for when we really need it. We'll claim the settlements back, no problem. It's just gonna be a little bit of a violent affair.
I await your command.
Let's increase trade while we're trying to join back up with Eltharion, because I don't think we'll be able to make it over here to Mehran.
Adventure
Not in time.
awaits.
Go ahead and stop constructing the upgrade, even if it makes me sad. It's a lot more gold banked now. Oh, Kairos.
The city is rank with corruption.
Well, it is indeed. I don't think we're going to be able to hold the Orion's camp, so let's go ahead and give it to the lizards. Make sure I'm not doing any upgrades there. Alright, lizards. How would you like a old woodsman camp? You hold that from Kairos. Gotta hold on to the rest of this gold here. Oh, Tor Yvresse did upgrade. Glorious. Glorious stuff indeed. Really want the archive. Cost 3,600. Can we make any more gold before I do that? Income from ports for the local province, more trade tariffs. Elven Embassy is very good. We already have one, though. Elven Gardens gives us more income from those entertainment buildings by a heap. Or we could just get some more gold in the Elven Fairground. We really just need more money. So going for the more income tribute to the Phoenix game, we need some cash quite badly right now. Theater's expensive. We do need also the archives. So let's go ahead and pop in the archives. Okay, yoink. Also go for the 10% more here. Not as much as just another income building. So we'll go for the Elven Craftsman here. Thankfully that'll only take one turn, so it's going to be very quick returns for us. We need to hold on to Leoness. We should be able to get Tor Onlek next turn, which would be another nice influx of gold, but our Badlands settlements are in trouble. I don't know how much gold we're going to lose in that, so let's go ahead and just save our monies and see what the damage is. Most available, imminent rebellion. Lots to deal with. Lots to deal with indeed. Hopefully we'll just sit here and they actually try to fight. I love defensive battles, but I think they've seen what our elves are capable of, and we're taking a lot of attrition every single turn here, so they're likely to sit and wait. It's the clever thing to do. Oh, and just when I say it, they do move on in. Only 2 armies too, and no Menace Below summons. They do have the Clan Moors Clan Stone, which gives them 50% additional armor piercing damage, which 50% of 9 is not going to be much. It's adding an additional 4.5 damage. So I am perfectly fine with Clan Moors coming on in and trying their luck. As we're going to have a close defeat, I think we'll be able to handle this one, no problem. It might get a little bit bloody once they reach the walls, but we can kind of pull back into good choke points and deal with the Dominator with our towers as quickly as we can. We should be in good shape. Weak is always a scary issue, but once you deal with all of his troops there, he should run for the hills very fast. We will pick this up in the next episode. Thank you all so much for stopping by today's Eltharion the Grim campaign. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the Eltharion. I'll see you on the next one.